The Redmi Note 4 was the best-selling smartphone in India last year. So naturally, expectations have been high for its successor, the Redmi Note 5. And while the Note 5 is a good upgrade from the Note 4, the Redmi Note 5 Pro is the smartphone that looks like the true successor to the much-loved Redmi Note 4. It's powerful, it has an updated design, it's got some great camera abilities. So yes, it looks like a winner, but how does it actually fare? What's up guys, this is Rupesh from bbomb.com and this is our Redmi Note 5 Pro review. Honestly, when Xiaomi unveiled the Redmi Note 5 Pro, I was really excited. And I've had a lot of fun testing out the device. But before we get to our review, I'd suggest you to hit the bell icon so that you get notified whenever we post new videos. Now then, let's talk about the Redmi Note 5 Pro. There are two major things I noticed when I first got hands-on with the Redmi Note 5 Pro. Firstly, the 18:9 Full HD Plus 5.99-inch display makes the smartphone look like a high-end phone. Just look at it next to the Mi A1. The Note 5 Pro looks a lot better. It's beautiful. It's not bezel-less, but it looks great and very similar to high-end phones like the Pixel 2 XL or the LG V30. Plus, it helps that the display is great. It's sharp, the colors look nice, and the brightness is good enough for outdoors. I really like the display on the Note 5. Okay, so moving on to the second major design change. Well, it's the camera setup on the back. Yes, it looks a lot like the setup on the iPhone X, but that's okay, I guess. I mean, Xiaomi is clearly inspired by the Apple flagship here, but it's fine. Apart from that, it's the usual Xiaomi with the IR blaster on the top, the fingerprint scanner on the back, headphone jack on the bottom, all the things to like. There's one thing I dislike, and that's the micro USB port. I mean, come on Xiaomi, it's 2018, why no USB-C? Your very own Mi A1 comes with USB-C, so why the Redmi Note 5 Pro does not? Anyways, there's a lot to like about the Redmi Note 5 Pro design. The front looks beautiful thanks to the new big and beautiful 18:9 display. The back with its iPhone-like camera setup is fine, but I kind of like it. I like the back of the device. The curves make holding the phone really comfortable. Yes, it's a metal build, but it's surprisingly not so slippery. Also, another thing I like are the buttons. They are just so tactile. So yes, at its price, the Redmi Note 5 Pro has an almost perfect design. Yes, USB-C would have made things perfect from almost perfect, but with Xiaomi packing almost everything in this device, I guess I can just move on. Moving on to the highlight of the Redmi Note 5 Pro, the camera. Let's talk specs first. The back features a 12 megapixel f2.2 plus 5 megapixel f2.0 dual camera setup with a dual LED flash. Here are some photos we took from the Redmi Note 5 Pro. As you can see, the camera at times takes some great shots with good colors and details. But a lot of times the camera fails to judge the white balance right or just produces photos with washed out colors. And that may be because our review unit has a nightly build of MIUI 9. Anyways, the same problem persists in low light photos as well. Some are good, some are bad. It's strange. I took a few comparing shots with the Mi A1 and I certainly like the photos from the Mi A1 more. Thanks to the dual camera setup on the back, the Redmi Note 5 Pro comes with the portrait mode too, but right now the portrait mode is a bit of a hit and miss. Well, mostly miss. The photos just don't look as good as the portrait mode photos from the Mi A1, which again is strange because both the phones are from Xiaomi. Moving on to video recording, the Redmi Note 5 Pro is the first Redmi phone to pack any sort of stabilization. The 5 Pro has the EIS here and the videos captured are stable. But apart from the stability, the video quality is pretty average. Also, there's no 4K recording, which Xiaomi says is coming in a future update. Well, overall the camera performance on the Redmi Note 5 Pro is average. I think the word inconsistent seems apt, but I really think this camera is capable. I honestly believe that the subpar performance is due to the beta nature of MIUI 9 on our review unit. Anyways, moving on to the front. The Redmi Note 5 Pro packs in a very powerful front camera. A 20 megapixel f2.2 camera with an LED flash. Yes, a massive 20 megapixel camera on the front. Here are some selfies we took. Yes, most of the selfies are very detailed, and thanks to the auto HDR, The 20 megapixel camera does a pretty good job. Plus the front camera has a portrait mode. Just like the Pixel 2, the Note 5 Pro uses AI for portrait selfies. Well, the portrait selfies we took from the Redmi Note 5 Pro were rather average. I mean, the results were mixed. Some are good, like really good, like this one, while some are okayish, like this one. I think the pre-release software is to blame again, because at the launch Xiaomi said that the Redmi Note 5 Pro's portrait selfies are better than the portrait selfies taken from the Pixel 2 and the iPhone 10. Now that is one bold claim. Well, right now that claim does not really match up, but we'll be testing out the Note 5 Pro's portrait selfies against the portrait selfies from the Pixel 2 and the iPhone 10. So I guess we'll find out. Another big upgrade in the Redmi Note 5 Pro is the processor. The Redmi Note 5 Pro is the first smartphone in the world to come with the Snapdragon 636, which should really please fans because the Snapdragon 625 in the Redmi Note 4 was kind of disappointing, because the Redmi Note 3 came with a Snapdragon 650 processor. The octa-core Snapdragon 636 is only the second chipset outside the flagship 800 series to feature Qualcomm's own custom Cryo CPU cores. And well, quite expectedly, the performance is top-notch. Using multiple apps, switching between apps, extensive games, basically no matter what, the phone handles everything like a champ. I just haven't encountered any lag or stutter with the device so far. And this is the 4GB RAM version we are talking about. Honestly, this is one of the fastest Xiaomi phones I've ever used. And I've used the Mi Mix 2, the Mi 6, and this phone is right up there when it comes to performance. Sure, in the benchmarks, the phone does not come close to the Snapdragon 835 packing Mi Mix 2 and the Mi 6. But in real-world performance, the Redmi Note 5 Pro is right up there. Yes, it's that good. The performance really makes the Note 5 Pro a premium device, and that performance also comes due to a well-optimized MIUI 9. It's the same old MIUI which a lot of us love, but it has some refinements. There's full screen mode to make sure all apps stretch to fill in on the new 18:9 aspect ratio. A page on the home screen that houses app shortcuts, notes, cricket scores, calendar events, etc. And then there are our favorite MIUI features like native app locker, screen recorder, themes, second space, dual apps, etc. Yes, there's a lot to like in MIUI 9 and I can just go on and on with the features I like. But there's one problem. MIUI 9 here is based on Android 7.1 Nougat. Yes, Nougat at a time when Oreo has been here for almost 6 months now. Well, Xiaomi will be releasing the Face Unlock feature to Redmi Note 5 Pro next month, and hopefully that's the Oreo update. Apart from that, MIUI 9 is, well, MIUI 9 and I quite like it. Next up, we tested the battery, and that's another area where the Redmi Note series excels. And as cliched as it sounds, the Redmi Note 5 Pro is no exception. The 4000 mAh battery on the Note 5 Pro should easily last you a day or more, or even more than a day, even on heavy usage. I mean, it did last me more than a day on almost all occasions. Plus, the sweet thing about the Redmi Note 5 Pro is the fact that it supports Quick Charging 2.0. We did not receive the whole package with the charger and everything, but from what we've heard, the bundle charger does not fast charge the device. But apparently, the device supports it. We tried to charge the Note 5 Pro with a fast charger, and well, it worked. The Redmi Note 5 Pro went from 10 to 100% in around 2 hours 10 minutes. So if you get a Note 5 Pro, you'll have to get a fast charger if you really want to charge your device quickly. Well, that was pretty much everything about the Redmi Note 5 Pro. The 4GB version of the phone comes at around Rs 14,000, while the 6GB RAM version comes at around 17,000. So how does it fare? Well, pretty good actually. Here are the positives first. The design is great thanks to the 18:9 display. The display itself is gorgeous. The performance is so good. The battery life is amazing and MIUI 9 is great. That's a lot of positives. Then there's the much hyped camera, which in its current state isn't up to the standards we expected. I really think Xiaomi will better it with updates, and I hope I'm right. Apart from the camera, there aren't a lot of negatives to this phone. There's no USB-C, no Oreo, and there's no fast charger in the box, but that's pretty much everything I can think of. So, should you buy it? Well, at this price, the phone competes with the company's very own Mi A1. And honestly, the Mi A1 is still a good buy for someone looking for the stock Android experience with a capable camera. but the Snapdragon 625 just feels a little outdated now. But if you're okay with MIUI and you can trust Xiaomi to improve the cameras, you can buy the Redmi Note 5 Pro without a doubt. It has a better design, better performance and more features. There's also the Moto G5s Plus and the Honor 7X, but honestly the Moto phone and the Honor phone can't really match up to the Note 5 Pro. So there you have it, the Redmi Note 5 Pro is really the true blue successor to the much loved Redmi Note 4. And I think it will be the budget phone to beat in 2018, and if Xiaomi manages to improve the camera performance, it will be really tough to beat the Note 5 Pro. That's how good it is. Well, that was our Redmi Note 5 Pro review. What do you think? Will you be buying this phone? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends who are planning to buy the Redmi Note 5 Pro. Lastly, subscribe to our channel for more amazing tech videos. Well, that's me signing off. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.